welcome to another slightly awkward video introduction. I'm continuing my journey along the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal today, so I thought I'd take you along with me. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go today. I'm just going to basically carry on and go for a few miles probably until I see somewhere nice to moor. So let's get going. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I'm doing one at the moment actually. I don't know if you can see that boat there. I was just having a little chat with the man who lives on that boat. It's a permanent mooring, and he said that he watches my videos. This might sound a bit strange, but I always forget that people actually watch the videos. So it's weird when people recognise me. So as I said before, I don't really know where I'm going today. I mean, I'm on a canal, so my options are limited, but I don't know how far I'm going. I'm currently to the east of Stafford, which is the county town of Staffordshire, and I'm heading west, and then eventually I'll be going south through various places, including Wolverhampton. Trying to steer at the same time as talking, hang on. The Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal is 46 miles long in total, and it starts at a place called Great Haywood, which is where it meets the Trent and Mersey Canal. Then it goes west to Stafford, and then it goes south. It goes through various places, including Wolverhampton, until it ends up at a place called Stourport, where it meets with the River Severn. Obviously I can't do 46 miles today. I'm just gonna see how far I can get today. I think we might be coming up to another aqueduct now actually. This one I think goes over the River Sow. I'm not sure if I've pronounced that correctly, but it's S-O-W. It might be River Sow, I'm not sure. There's a railway line there on the left, and that railway line follows the canal for the next mile or so, I think. And the train's going to Stafford, although the canal doesn't actually go into the centre of Stafford. It kind of goes on the outskirts and then it heads south. Someone asked me under a previous video why I look behind me a lot when I'm driving, and it's basically because I normally go quite slowly, especially when I'm filming, because if I go fast the engine's loud and then people can't hear me over the engine, and I'm basically checking that there aren't any boats stuck behind me, which does happen quite a bit, and I have to let them overtake me, which I think I'll probably do with this boat now. Just to explain why I decided to get off the boat then, it's because the boat that was going past was quite a bit bigger than mine, and it was also going faster, obviously because it was overtaking me. So I knew that it was going to move my boat around because of the force of the water as the bigger boat went past. So I decided to get off the boat and hold the boat using the rope rather than trying to stay in one place, just using my engine basically. I think the next few weeks and months are going to be quite interesting because now I'm back on my home canal, if you like, and I'm going to be seeing lots of places that I remember from my childhood, some places that I haven't actually been to since my childhood, so I think, yeah, it's going to be interesting, I think. I'm on Heron Watch now. I'm going to try and film him close up if I can. Can you see him on the right there? boat. Ah! That's what happens when you try to film wildlife and drive a boat at the same time. I nearly ran aground then. Also, there's a branch that's in the canal, so I was trying to avoid that. That just feed the ducks. Oh, I've just realised what we're going past at the moment. There's a sign there saying the Stafford Riverway link starts here, restoring the waterway to Stafford. Basically, as I said earlier, the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal doesn't actually go into the centre of Stafford, but a very long time ago the canal used to link up with the river so that boats could leave the canal and go on the river and actually go into the centre of Stafford. And there's currently a project that's underway to restore that link. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but it has started already. And in years to come, boats like mine will be able to leave this canal and get on to the river and go into the centre of Stafford, which will be really cool. I don't really know much more about it, but there is another YouTube channel called Cruising the Cut, which you probably know about already because it's really, really popular. And in one of his recent videos, David talked about that project in quite a lot of detail. So if you want to find out more about that project, I'll put a link for people to watch the video. I almost crashed into that bridge then because I was looking around at the scenery rather than concentrating on steering the boat. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but it's actually raining at the moment, but it's only light rain. I think I've been really lucky with the weather actually, because it was forecast to be heavier rain than this. This canal is actually really, really pretty. I don't know this bit of the canal very well because it's quite far away from where I grew up. I've only ever been through once, and that was about a year ago, not long after I got my boat, when I was taking it back to where I was living at the time. But it's really, really pretty. When I came through here before, I was in a bit of a rush because I had a really long journey to do over the space of 2 weeks, so I wasn't really able to take in all of the places that I went through. So it's really nice to see this bit of the canal again and just enjoy the surroundings a bit more, and you know, explore places as well. The only memories I have of Stafford, apart from visiting Stafford Castle with my dad and my gran, are from when I had a job working somewhere called Newport in Shropshire, which would have been about half an hour's drive from where my parents lived in Wolverhampton, but I didn't drive at the time. So I used to get a bus to Wolverhampton train station, then I used to get a train to Stafford, and then I used to get another bus to Newport, which was where I was working at the time, and it used to take me 2 hours in total to do that journey. I had to do it every morning, and I had to do it in the evening as well to get home. So it was really tiring having to do all that travelling, and also I didn't really enjoy where I was working. Then to make it worse, I ended up splitting up with my boyfriend of the time, who I'd actually been with for 4 years, and I was relatively young at the time, so it seemed like a really big deal. The end of that relationship did. So I was really miserable, and I didn't know what to do. To cut a long story short, I ended up leaving the job 2 months after I started working there. I got work experience somewhere in Nottingham where my friend worked, and fortunately they offered me a job at the end of the week. So it was a massive gamble at the time, leaving a job without another one to go to, but I'm just really glad I did it. Looking back, it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, really, and it changed the course of my life. I'm looking for somewhere to moor now, but it's all quite overgrown. I think there are probably pilings behind all of those weeds and things, but it's probably going to be quite difficult to actually tie the boat up. It's very overgrown here. I definitely can't moor here. I'm getting slightly worried that I won't be able to find anywhere to moor because it's really overgrown around here. We're coming up to a junction here, and I didn't actually know about this junction. I've just looked it up on the map, and it says it's the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Hazel String Arm. So I think it must have been another arm of the canal originally, but now it looks like it only goes quite a short distance, so I'm not sure I can go up there. I wouldn't want to anyway because it's just a dead end. Someone said that they want to see me reverse a boat so they can see how I do it, so I'm going to give it a go now while I film this. The pressure's on. I'm not very good at reversing. So just to explain what I'm doing here, when you reverse a boat, you can't actually steer. So the only way you can control the direction the boat is going when you're going backwards is by briefly putting it forwards and changing the direction with your tiller. And then when the boat is going in the right kind of direction that you want it to go, you then switch back and go backwards, and the momentum means that the boat hopefully carries on going in the direction that you want it to go in. So I've moored the boat now. If I'm honest, it's probably not the best place to moor because it looks like this old canal arm is now a marina, so there might be boats coming in and out of here. So what I think I'm going to do is go for a walk down there to see if there is anywhere better to moor and move the boat if there is. But anyway, thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you next time.